In 19th century Paris, there was only one god, William-Adolphe Bouguereau. And Hugues Merle? He was nothing more than his shadow. But one day, he decided to step out of that shadow, and it cost him almost everything. Paris in the 1850s, the world's capital of excess, where your reputation was worth more than your life. Here, in the halls of the great salons, destinies were decided in a heartbeat. You either became a millionaire or you vanished into poverty forever. During this era, Bouguereau reigned supreme. His women were porcelain goddesses. His world was a flawless paradise, without a single crack. But there was always another man standing right beside him. His name was Hugues Merle, and the rest of Paris dismissed him as nothing more than second fiddle. Today, we reveal the story of the man who dared to challenge the great Bouguereau. Coming up, the cutthroat battle for American millions and fame. Why one specific painting froze the entire salon in terror. The tragic event that killed the artist's love for beauty forever, and the 100-year mystery of where Merle's masterpieces disappeared to. Hugues Merle understood the golden rule of this city. To be noticed, you had to be a god. Or you had to show them something that made their blood run cold. And that is exactly where he started. Both artists were represented by the same man, the legendary dealer Paul Durandal. He intentionally pitted them against each other like prize fighters. He would sell their canvases to the exact same American millionaires just to see who could command the higher price. But Merle saw something that Bouguereau refused to acknowledge. Look at this expression. While Bouguereau was busy polishing the perfect skin of goddesses, Merle began to paint the uncomfortable truth. He realized that American millionaires were already bored with pure beauty. They wanted to feel real, raw pain. And he gave them that pain. He won the first battle for the attention of the American elite. No, he had no idea that he was about to encounter a face that would eventually destroy him. Next, we'll see what shocked the public and revealed a brutal truth. Don't go anywhere. 1961, the Paris Salon. The crowd drifts slowly past gilded frames. Here, sweet art reigns supreme. Rosy-cheeked infants, smiling Madonnas, the ideal mother. But in front of one specific wall, the crowd freezes. Women turn their eyes away. Men try to maintain their composure. But no one can simply walk past. Look at her. This is no goddess. This is a catastrophe. She sits on the cold stone of a well somewhere in Etretat. Her hair is disheveled. Her clothes are filthy. But that's not the horror of it. Look at what she is clutching to her chest. It isn't a child. It's a piece of dry wood, wrapped in rags. She cradles it with such agonizing tenderness. It breaks your heart. In that moment, the entire salon fell silent. This was Hugues Merle's death-defying act. While Bouguereau painted ideal motherhood, gentle, carefree porcelain, Merle exposed motherhood that had lost its mind. Why'd he do it? Why such cruelty? The answer was as simple as it was terrifying. He wanted the viewer to feel uncomfortable. He wanted the American millionaires, who were buying Bouguereaus by the dozen, to suddenly feel a chill down their spines. Hugues Merle became the voice for those Paris preferred to forget. His lunatic isn't just a portrait of a wretched woman. It's a portrait of an entire era, one that was losing its children on the barricades and in the fires of revolution. But the most haunting part? The craftsmanship. Critics couldn't look away. He painted every crack in that log, every wrinkle on her face, with the same devotion others used to paint the jewels of queens. He made madness majestic. He made grief immortal. But while the salon whispered about this scandalous masterpiece, a true tragedy was closing in on Paris. Soon, the artist would have to endure more than just a fictional madness. He was about to face the real-life hell of siege, starvation, and death. 1870. The celebration in Paris finally comes to an end. The Franco-Prussian War turned the capital of art into a living hell. The siege, the starvation, the city trembled under the weight of German cannons. And when the smoke finally cleared, France was a ghost of its former self, shattered, stripped of Alsace and Lorraine, and burdened with a staggering debt of 5 billion gold francs. A debt that would haunt the nation for generations. During those terrifying months, the records on Hugues Merle go silent. Perhaps he remained trapped in the siege. Or perhaps he fled, joining the thousands of refugees heading for the safety of his hometown, St. Marcelin, or even crossing the Channel to London. He wasn't a hero on the barricades. He was simply a survivor. But that survival, that escape from the chaos, the hunger, and the dying, left a bitter taste of guilt in his mouth. A shame he couldn't wash away. Once the war ended, Merle stopped looking for approval in the salons or the checkbooks of American millionaires. He began searching for forgiveness. He turned toward faith, reaching back into the deepest memories of his childhood. The medieval frescoes and ancient sculptures of the Abbey of Saint Antoine, the same ones that had frightened and fascinated him as a young boy, suddenly came back to life in his mind. The same chimeras, the same ghosts, the same nightmares that had terrified pilgrims centuries ago. He began to paint penance. He painted mercy. He painted those whom the war had broken. Look at his Saint Elizabeth of Hungary. She is giving everything away to feed the poor. Gone is the porcelain perfection of Bouguereau. Instead, we see exhaustion. We see repentance. His brush grew heavier. His colors grew colder. Even when he painted women now, they looked like holy martyrs or ghosts. The trauma of the war refused to let him go. It haunted his work, reappearing in the eyes of a mad woman clutching a wooden baby, in the hollow gaze of a beggar, and in the eerie, beautiful spirits floating over a dark lake. He survived the war, but the peace that followed brought something even more terrifying: oblivion. Why was an artist who sought redemption in faith and childhood memories suddenly wiped from the annals of art history? What exactly happened in the final years of his life? 1881. Paris bids farewell to the king of academicism. Hugues Merle passes away at the very height of his power. The Legion of Honor shines on his chest. His casket is carried by the most influential figures in all of France. He died a triumph, a man whose canvases were sold before the paint had even dried. Little did anyone know that his true death would come just 10 years later. A death born of silence. The age of Impressionism arrives. A world weary of pain and war suddenly craved lightness. A new generation dismisses Merle as obsolete. They call his tragedies theatrical. They label his pain as excessive sentimentality. The same people who once marveled at the lunatic of Etretat are now irritated by its raw truth. The world wants pleasure, not a confession. Merle became a ghost in his own empire. His masterpieces, painted with the very blood of besieged Paris, were hidden away in the dark vaults of private collections. His name was scrubbed from the history books. A master who captured the soul of an era was erased from history for 100 long years. The verdict was final, forgotten, but time is the ultimate critic. Today, in a world oversaturated with bright but empty content, we suddenly find ourselves stopping in front of his canvases once again. Why? Because fleeting fashion fades, but true art, the kind that knows how to suffer, is immortal. Hugues Merle never betrayed himself. He didn't chase the easy money of new trends. He remained faithful to every wrinkle on a beggar's face and every tear of a madwoman. Today, we are giving him his voice back. Because 150 years later, it turns out that his echo rings louder than any modern manifesto. His beauty proved stronger than oblivion, because it was real. Thank you for joining me on this journey. The story of Hugues Merle is a reminder. What is called obsolete today might just become your greatest salvation tomorrow. If this discovery resonated with you, please hit the like button. It's more than just a gesture. It's your contribution to ensuring that names like Merle never vanish into the darkness of a vault again. It costs you nothing, but it is vital for the growth of this channel. Let me know in the comments. What did you feel when you saw the lunatic? Is it art, or is it simply cruelty? I read every single one of your thoughts. Subscribe to my art journal, Echoes of Life, on Substack, so that together we can restore the voices of those who are unfairly silenced. There are many more mysteries ahead, waiting for your light. Art is a mirror. Thank you for looking into it with me. Until next time,